16 minutes after 5 o'clock, Drive Time News Hour continues here. And as promised, we have Maria Hayden with the Minnesota State Fair. We're going to talk about the new foods and the entertainment and things like that. But Maria, welcome to the KFGO Drive Time News Hour.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get into that really fun stuff, one of the new features is this special morning session for visitors who with sensory sensitivity. Is this the first time you guys have done that there at the Minnesota State Fair?
It is. So part of our new attractions announced that we released just this Tuesday is a new sensory-friendly morning at Mighty Midway and Kidway. So from the hours to 9 to 11 a.m. at the Kidway and 10 to noon on August 28th at the Midway, we'll be hosting a sensory-friendly morning for fair guests who would like to experience the fun and the rides of the games at the Midway and Kidway, but with reduced light and sound volume. So this is something we're really excited to offer for guests who may have sensitivities to those lights and brightness that are usually on those rides and games.
Yeah, how cool. A pat on the back to you and the team there. Now, we always like to talk about the new foods and new vendors. We've got our traditionals, I know, but I tease this by mentioning pickle lemonade a little while ago. That's one. That's one of the new features, right?
It is the pickle lemonade. They call it the kind of a big dill lemonade from Nordic Waffles. So it's a blend of Urban Growler's lemonade mixed with dill pickling spices. So I think for the pickle lovers out there, it'll be a nice, refreshing beverage on a hot fair day.
And then there's those cloud coolers.
Yes, so Spinning Wild is offering cloud coolers in 3 different flavors. You really have to see a photo of them to understand how stunning they are. So they've got these different flavors of lemonade, and then on top of the cup is a big cloud of specialty cotton candy. Some of them have sprinkles on them. They're in all different colors, so I know that'll be a big hit with kids and adults alike.
I was pretty excited when I saw the walleye fritter pops, but I wondered about these. And have you sampled, or did you get to sample the crispy lutefisk steamed buns?
I actually did. I did have the fortune of sampling the crispy lutefisk steam bun. For me, I am actually someone who has never had lutefisk, so I didn't really know what to expect. But they actually will soak them. They're brined in salt water for 12 hours and then covered in a sweet hoisin sauce baked and topped with sesame seeds. So to me, it just kind of tasted like a crispy fish steam bun. I don't think I would have been able to tell it was lutefisk if I didn't know. So, I think it'll be interesting to see what people think. I know lutefisk kind of is a divisive topic for a lot of people, but I think that Shanghai Henry's has something really cool for people to try this year.
I think we can come together maybe on that issue. And before we talk about the entertainment, I looked over your list of new vendors, and folks, you can find this stuff too online. Momo Dosa. That sounds like probably a place I would try to find.
Yes, so Midtown Global Market is bringing Momo Dosa to the fair for the first time. They'll be there the first 6 days of the fair in that Midtown Global Market booth. But they'll be offering their official new food, which is chicken momo with tomato chutney, as well as masala dosa, a South Indian crepe of rice with lentil batter, veggie pakora, mango lassis. So they'll have a really delicious new assortment of food that hasn't been offered here before.
Well, let's turn our attention to the entertainment for this year's Minnesota State Fair.
Sure. So we've got a really exciting lineup of artists coming to our grandstand stage this year. So we open up with the Black Keys Dropout Boogie Tour the first night of the fair, and then we've got artists from all different genres. We have Keith Urban coming with some country music. We've got Boyz II Men and Shaka Khan coming Sunday, August 27th to the fair. We have Young Gravy coming Wednesday, August 30th. Nice to see some local homegrown talent. He's actually from Rochester, so it's fun to see him coming to the fair this year as a headliner. We've also got the Jonas Brothers on Friday, September 1st. And then we've got a kids show on Labor Day. We've got Blippi, the Wonderful World Tour for any littles that are Blippi fans. So we've got a really wide, diverse lineup at the grandstand stage this year. So no matter what kind of music you're interested in, we probably have a show that might pique your interest. So if people are interested in tickets, we still have some available for certain shows at mnstatefair.org.
And dates of the Minnesota State Fair.
The Minnesota State Fair this year will run August 24th through September 4th, Labor Day.
And even though it may be legal, no weed is allowed at the Minnesota State Fair, right?
Smoking of marijuana is not prohibited throughout the fairgrounds.
It is not?
Not, correct.
Oh, I'll be danged. This one thing says no weed, more security. Well, I should have read more into that. All right, well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you. And I'm sure we'll have a chance to chat again. Maria Hayden, you've been a big help.
Thank you. Oh, and let me correct myself. Smoking of marijuana is prohibited throughout the fairgrounds. It is not permitted.
Okay. Phew. All right.
Thank you. Thanks for checking it, calling me out on that one.
And we're going to podcast this, and I'll send you a link to that so you can share with your friends and family. See you now.
Great. Thank you.
KFGO time, 5:22. How about